Get me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Do you feel, Jody Oddie, that you go above and beyond in doing almost everything for your beautiful husband, Greg Oddie?
I think we're a partnership.
Okay.
I think we do things equally. And if we really broke it down, he probably does a touch more than I do.
Well, there you go. So
But we have different roles.
This is 100%. And you have different times in terms of work and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So you got to chime in together.
Yeah.
What about if I throw it over to producer Emily, who sometimes has some very, very interesting / colourful / aggressive things to say about
Real
her
solid
husband.
feedback for the lovely Michael, and not husband, not married yet.
Thank you, Jody.
Easy.
Didn't want to have to correct you once again. To be fair, Michael has actually had to lift since I've had this job because obviously I can't do childcare drop-off at 3 a.m. So I'm not going to bag him just yet.
She would if she could.
A couple of very lucky ladies right here. That's what I'll say. Let me introduce you to Paige Turner, who's a social media influencer.
What's Paige got to say?
She dropped this via TikTok of the things that she will not do for her husband.
So here's a list of things that I don't do for my husband. You all know I don't do his laundry. He can do that himself. I do my laundry and we do the kids' laundry, but he does his own. I don't cook dinner. He cooks dinner every single night. I do breakfast and lunch for us and our kids. I don't pack him a lunch. If he's hungry, he'll figure out what he's going to eat for lunch the same way that I do. I don't make his doctor's appointments because guess what? He's not making mine. Would it be kind of me to do that? For sure. Is it my job? Absolutely not. I don't schedule his haircuts. I don't pack his clothes for vacation. I don't buy him new underwear when it's got holes in it.
If I was to accidentally have a few too many beers on a Friday night and stumble home at 1 a.m, do you think Paige would handle it well?
No. Not overly well. Can I don't like her aggressive tone. And it's kind of dripping with, I don't know, it's a bit of acidity, isn't it? Like she's really resentful.
I can't believe we're on the same page here.
No. I didn't finish what I was saying.
Sorry.
But I don't disagree with him. I don't. Why can't he do his own stuff?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, my God, because we're idiots, right? Sometimes Cara has to breathe for me.
I know, but also that's like you guys do that on purpose. Like, I'm so hopeless at the washing, so I'm not going to do it.
No, you think it's an act. It's not an act.
No.
It's not an act.
Weaponised incompetence. Exactly, producer Zoe.
My issue here is, though, Jodes,
What is your issue
I've
on
got
this
many,
occasion?
but this time, so she's not going to do his washing.
Yeah.
And she's going to do her own, and she's going to do the kids. If she's only got half a load of whites, she's just not going to do his washing on principle? Fill up the whole load and save some water, save the environment. Don't be a mole.
No.
It's about efficiency.
Okay.
That's Em's motto too, by the way.
No, I get that.
Don't be a mole.
It's in her bio on Instagram. Don't be a mole.
I get that. And that is a little bit vindictive. But I don't disagree with her encouraging him to make his own doctor's appointments and be a big boy and put his big boy pants on and not have his wife do everything
But
for
also,
him.
I'm sure she's not out there with the lawnmower or...
Why not?
Well...
My mother-in-law is 72. She mows all the lawns for everyone. Like,
yeah, but
why?
she's saying, well, I'm not going to pack his lunch because he can do that. So she's probably going, well, I'm not going to mow the lawn
Well,
because
this
he
is
can do that.
interesting. So we've got producer Em who's for, and we've got Jody Oddie who's against Paige Turner. What I will play for you right now is some live audio of Jody driving her husband
Don't.
Greg's car this morning. If you've just tuned in, there's an almighty scratch on Greg's car.
Stop it.
So let's just flip this around. Guess what, Greg? You're getting breakfast, lunch and dinner cooked for you for the next couple of weeks.
I hate you.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
All the action from Paris overnight, and it has been a cracking start to the morning because Australia has won gold in the women's 4x200 metre freestyle relay, claiming the country's 5th gold medal in the pool at the Olympics.
Yes,
so, well done to Molly O'Callaghan, Lani Pallister, Brianna Throssell and Ariane Titmus set a new Olympic record of 7 minutes, 38 seconds, 0.08. The 0.08 is probably redundant. That's okay, but you get the vibe.
Smash them.
They were challenged by China early on, but they fell away, and then the USA came at us in about the third leg, but we won quite comfortably in the end. So well done the girls who are absolutely smashing it in the pool.
What about Molly O'Callaghan as well? 3 from 3.
And what about her stunning red hair? Isn't it Isn't it divine?
Makes her go faster.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Is
Like,
that
like
her-
red on a car?
Yeah. Like if you've got a red car, you go faster.
Like her superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in that. Because Katie Ledecky as well. She's got red hair, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Very good.
Simone Biles has done it again. She has confirmed her status as the GOAT of gymnastics. So she's picked up her second gold medal at the Games as well. So she is absolutely incredible. I'm really keen to watch the documentary. Well, it's not a documentary. It's, you know what it is.
Oh my gosh.
On Netflix.
I don't know the inner happenings, but the absolute catfest that's happening on social media between Simone Biles and all the other American gymnasts.
Yeah,
There's a
right.
former American gymnast who's had a bit of a swat at her. She swatted back, and other gymnasts are like, you got owned by Simone. Everyone's like, what?
What?
Even Team USA, the gym Instagram site got involved as well with some
really?
cheeky emojis.
Yeah, okay.
It's just all happening.
Well, speaking of feuds as well, the fallout from the Cole Chalmers loss yesterday is pretty heavy. So he lost a pan, obviously, and he's come out and said, the Aussies were disrespectful, as were the Americans. He said, when I finished the 4x100 freestyle relay the other day, I said hi to Chalmers, but he totally ignored me. He said in an interview. And then also Alexi from the US, when we were training, our coach was standing poolside and he turned in such a way that the water splashed right onto the coach. I felt looked down on.
Oh no, I got wet in the swimming pool. Oh no. I can't believe I was standing next to the pool and I got wet. Oh, grow up, Pan.
Oh no! And then
Seriously.
and then obviously yesterday, one of the more high-profile coaches came out and said what he did in the pool to beat that caliber of the field by that much is not human. So anyway,
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks.
watch this space.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. But I thought Kyle was really gracious afterwards.
Yeah, I think it's good. And probably more exciting is the fact that Cole said, no, I'm going to keep on swimming.
Yeah.
I thought everyone thought that was going to be his last hurrah.
So there were whispers early on that his passion was really AFL. So
Yeah.
he was going to quit swimming and try his hand at AFL.
Yeah, what about the time he played up in Lincoln? He played a random game up in Port Lincoln.
Did he?
And there was a vision of him playing. Like, imagine if you're the coach, you'd be like, what the hell?
Oh, you think Kyle Chalmers? Don't.
Oh, my gosh.
So anyway, watch this space with Kyle and see what happens there.
So
Let's talk cheese, but
Let's talk cheese, but let's just talk Adelaide in general. So despite the Victorian Premier saying there's nowhere to eat after 5 o'clock, this state is just ridiculous. So yesterday there was a heap of announcements about things that are coming up and things that are on. We've got the Oz Asia Festival, the program's been announced. Chicago the Musical starts this weekend. The Royal Show tickets are now on sale. We've got the Sala Living Artists Festival, Sala, which is the South Australian Living Artists Festival, that kicks off or has kicked off, which I've got an event for tomorrow. But the big one,
La-di-da.
Cheese Fest, baby, is back. Now, this is going to be held at Rundle Park? Yeah, Rundle Park from the 19th to the 20th of October. But early bird tickets are now on sale. They're like $23 or something. I was looking yesterday. That's
pretty good.
The Nova 919 toasty is coming back too.
Oh,
Finally.
yum.
And I just want to say that I make a bloody great toasty.
I bet you do.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Do you grill it, Abs? Like, do you grill it on a pan?
Funny you should bring that up. You know the toasties that you bring down and they cut them?
Yeah.
They don't make them like they used to anymore, so it never cuts properly.
That's like a jaffle maker.
Yes, and so Mum has now, she's like, grill it, or not grill it, but put it in a pan, a few minutes each side, and it's perfect. And I did that the other day, and it was perfect.
There you go.
Always listen to your mother.
Good cheese tips. And also spare a thought for the lactose intolerant amongst us.
Of course.
You're not invited.
You guys can wait in the car.
Yeah, but hang on a sec. If you're lactose intolerant, you're never actually lactose intolerant. Like, people say it, but they say it and then they eat it anyway, so they'll be there.
Yeah,
Well,
they go
I'll
through-
make
and then
it.
They
go
just won't be
through hell.
at, they just won't be at work on Monday.
Old
Yeah.
mate over here, EPM, just pops a tablet afterward.
dear.
Or beforehand. Is it before?
Yeah, for all our lactose intolerant besties that don't know about it, it's called Lactase. So if you have 2 of those tablets before you eat cheese, milk,
cheating.
ice cream, whatever,
cheating.
it's not cheating. It's just helping your tummy. But the issue is I have these tablets and I always forget to take them, so it doesn't matter.
Does it do nothing like when you take a Barocca after drinking 45 beers?
No,
It's not to have a
it
hangover?
genuinely helps.
And you're like, do you know what'll fix me? A Powerade. And then you have said Powerade and you're like, I potentially feel even worse.
Yeah, or you do a cheeseburger and it just,
Yeah.
doesn't help.
That is your post-it snooze news. Coming up next, first question for the 6:15 vending machine quiz, and also, quite randomly, what about this, Jodes? The Script have announced a massive Australian tour. Yeah, they're bringing their Satellites World Tour to a day on the green. Peter Lemon Wines, Barossa Valley, Sunday, Feb 2. Tickets on sale 12 p.m. Friday. That's today, and I mean next week. August 9 at Ticketmaster. Do you want to head along? We got some tickets.
Yeah.
Hey? 13 24 10. Give us a call right now.
Just before we jump out, Princess Mary's at the pool. For goodness sake, she was just cuddling the 4x200 relay girls.
Well, that's nice. That's a moment for the girls for sure.
Bloody hell, Princess Mary.
Oh, good stuff. Time for diary. Should I be looking forward to this? Or
Look, I mean, go with how you feel each and every week just before the diary.
I always go into it quite nervous.
Do you?
As does newsreader Abby.
Okay.
Collectively, we go into it quite nervous, don't we, Abs?
Well, not so much anymore because we give as good as we get. I
Yeah,
think.
that's true.
Like the eye situation last week, I almost messaged you, Jodes, to say, look, sorry if we took it too far. And then I thought, nah, stuff you, you're all right.
Yeah. And now
Because you
it's-
get us back.
And now it's cleared up beautifully. It's like it re-emerged. Like
I
a
can
shed of
see
skin
clearly
has come
now
back.
the rain is gone. I mean, the
Better than before.
blood vessel is gone.
I just genuinely don't know what to take away from all of that.
Okay. Just take it as a compliment, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think Greg Oddie knows about your car yet?
Shut up. Shut up.
All right. This is the week that was through the beautiful eyes of a young Jodie Oddie.
Jodie's Diary.
Dear Diary, welcome to Games Week, and didn't it bring out the worst in us? First, it was producer Zoe fishing for compliments. So we can't mention Jess Fox without producer Zoe going, oh my God, she's so pretty.
She does do that. She, look at her. There she is. She's so pretty.
And I almost feel,
Oh, get a room, Zoe.
and I almost feel like she's waiting for someone to go, you look a bit like Jess Fox. Not everyone was cut out to win gold in the pool, particularly if you live in rural Beckham, 100 k's north of Wagga Wagga.
Kid from the country. I couldn't swim. There was a bloke from Banana in Queensland from my school who was even worse. He couldn't dive.
Oh no.
So he had to jump in and then push off.
And not everyone is cut out for games commentary.
Chloe Van Viget is leaving just after she is, but she's got her arch rivals out on the road.
You were born on the 8th. Can you give us a call right now on 13 24 10? What are you born for? Ah, no! I just had a Cadell moment. Seems the Cadells is catching.
Here's Dash Iceberg Boostot with Asher Postma.
The competitive spirit spilled over into the studio as we went for gold in song. Jodie!
Oh, that was me. That was me. That was 100% your boy. We will go back on the tapes.
Hazy.
I believe it's Nelly hot in here.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Maybe you should stop competing with your own head, mate.
You're competing with your own brain. I've done it so many times where you're trying to say something and your brain's going, nah,
Yeah.
you said this.
Yeah.
Or you make a mistake and you're trying to move on, but your brain goes, oi, correct your own mistake.
Yeah, go back.
And all of a sudden, you're fighting with your own self.
Yeah.
And it's just an absolute mess.
Has Hazy's brain ever won in that situation?
I don't know. It's usually a draw. It's usually a 0-0 draw.
Do you ever go into overtime or you just leave it?
Sometimes we go into overtime, but then we both pull out because of exhaustion.
And also, stop singing, Muscles.
You count in the corner, confide in your father. Let it all answer.
Hey guys, did you know our EPM lived in the States?
Speaking of green rivers, in Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, they turn the river green. Like they purposely dye it, so it's all green. It's
St.
pretty cool.
Patrick's Day every day of the year here in Adelaide.
Of course they do. Our lady on the ground over in the States over there.
Yeah.
I was in Minnesota. Go Vikings. Justin Jefferson is my best friend.
We play a quiz each and every day at 6:15, and it turns out it's freaking easy because we will, without our own brain's consent, give you the answers. Just name this song and artist, please. Whoa, just had to go higher than Craig David. Couldn't help yourself.
Just had to outdo Craig back in the day with his little chin straps. Well, you got half the question right, didn't you?
You just
You got half the
You
question.
just did what I always do. You just gave it, or did I?
You said it first.
Did I?
I knew it anyway.
You said
That's
you had-
okay.
Okay.
I knew it.
Hazy found an old sound effects CD. Deciding whether to store open bottles of tomato sauce in the fridge or in the pantry has divided households.
You're damn right it does. Big time.
That does not sound like sofa. Our boy Kyle Chalmers won silver, coming in second to the Chinese, and Hazy had thoughts. He lost out to China's Pan Zhan Li, I'm going to say, who set a world record to win the gold medal in the event, clocking up 46.4 seconds, with Chalmers posting 47.48 in Thursday morning's final. Now,
World record, eh?
yeah.
Chinese swimmer, eh? Okay.
Hazy.
Sorry.
He didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything.
I don't know what you're thinking.
What are you thinking, eh?
And finally, we learnt the average size of a man's junk. But does it even matter? It's ugly.
Excuse
It is ugly.
Shh, don't listen. You're gorgeous. It's not ugly. You're ugly.
It's so ugly. They are so ugly.
Oh, great. Now it's crying. Thanks, Jodes.
Sorry to all the former US citizens.
Go Vikings.
Our boy Cadell.
Dyke, Chloe Van Diggett is leaving.
And to sauce lovers everywhere. Grow up, Hazy, and go off this weekend, kings and queens. All my love, Jodie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Battles of Bangers.
Two just musical warriors going head to head. Now, you had a ridiculous lead in this. I think you were up by about 7 at one point.
Honestly, I am. Do you know what? Do you know who I am? I am the Swans. Okay. I am in an almighty form slump at the minute.
Yes.
I've lost. I think statistically we're probably similar. I reckon I've lost 4 out of the last 5 as well.
That sounds about right to me.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
what North Melbourne is hot on my bum, and that is you. You are the Kangaroos. But guess what? You're Harry Sheasel. He's very good. Never have I received a more blank look.
Okay.
This is outrageous.
All right.
13-11. Come on.
The theme this week is birds, of course, in honour of our almighty Thunderbirds who are going into battle tomorrow night. So I've gone a bit of Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away.
God, it's... Oh, peeling back the curtains. I got in a little bit late and I said, ladies, I know what I'm going to choose. Lock in the Lenny Kravitz Fly Away. And for the first time, they said, it's already been selected.
Yeah.
So I knew what your song was.
Yeah, and that is so lazy of you because normally I get so distracted during the day and the producers have to nag me to put in my Battle of the Bangers song. So
Most of the time, they do it for you.
they do not.
They do so.
They do not.
Okay.
Don't choose my song for me.
We're very competitive in this space. For the first time, you've actually contributed and you've selected an absolute banger. So if you focused on this each and every week, you would smash it.
Yeah, but that's a metaphor for my life. If I focused, I'd be better.
I'm just angry because it's such a good song, Joe. It's well done.
Okay, thank you.
We're pitting it up against MIA, Paper Planes, Plane, Fly, Birds. Yeah, there's a connection. Remember this absolute banger? Get yourself a favour, vote for it. At Jodie and Hazy. I got a feeling I need it. What percentage are we talking here, producer?
68-32 at the minute.
68 to 32.
She won't say which way, but I can read her eyes.
I won't say it, but Hazy, you need to sell it a little bit better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not saying which way the votes are going.
Yeah.
Why do I
'Cause
need
you-
to sell it from up
I just-
68-32?
Do you know how you just sold it? You went, oh, MIA, Paper Plane. Yeah, anyone remember this song? And everyone's like, not really, mate.
Jesus, come on. All right, it's an absolute tuna sandwich. You might have forgotten it. Let's bring it back into existence. MIA. How cool, ladies and gentlemen.
MIA, how appropriate. Missing in action, which is what this song's been for about a decade.
You had some feedback from Taylor on Instagram who said, I'm Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado would have been a winner for sure.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Disappointed in both of you.
Yeah, right. How good's hindsight,
Okay,
Taylor.
All right.
Feedback's good, though. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor, if you can help me out each and every week, I'd appreciate ongoing because right now I'm getting smashed by Jodie, so I need Taylor's help.
All right, get voting. We'll play that very shortly, the winning song.
Another ping. He gets it. Houston again. Kick looks brilliant. Houston, we don't have a problem.
Please welcome to the Jodie and Hazy Show, Dan Houston.
All right. Dan could hardly get through the door. That's how many tickets he's brought with him.
I know.
It was like they were in his arms.
Yeah.
You're like, my gosh, what is Dan underneath all those tickets?
Well, they were stuffed under his puffer, so he looks like the Michelin Man.
So when he reached in, you're like, what's going on here? And he pulled out tickets, thank goodness. Congratulations to Vincent from Roslyn Park, Daniel from Ingle Farm, and Georgie from Campbelltown. You guys are heading off to the footy, portadelaideFC.com.au. Husto, welcome and thank you.
Good morning, Hazy. Good morning, Jody.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for having me in.
First and foremost, have you been watching the games?
Yes, I have been. I've been watching bits and pieces. I've been going a little bit rogue. I like watching the stuff that's not so normal, not the swimming, not the basketball, but the whitewater rafting, a little bit of the shooting.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Well, I love it how he calls it whitewater rafting.
What is it actually called?
It's like this kayaking.
Kayaking, same thing. Isn't that? Oh, that's what you do on a holiday.
We're
with
not
the
in New
family.
Zealand, mate.
I've been watching the skydiving and the bungee jumping.
What do you like about it? Because it looks so hard to me. It's like you go down water and that's fine, and then you got to turn around and go upstream. What a nightmare!
Oh, I just love the questions you ask yourself when you watch it. Like, you know, where do they practice? You know, why are they so committed? Like, this comes around every 4 years, and I think it's just cool because I think with swimming, like, it's very, you know, easy, and athletics is very, like, you know, you can get down to your local ass track, but it's just different. Like, so I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and also what makes one person that much better at kayaking than another person? You know, what are those little one percenters
I
in
just sort of like
kayaking?
how strong they are as well.
Oh, my
like,
God.
What sort of core
What is the
strength
core strength
would
on
Jess Fox
Fox?
have?
Thank
She'd be
you.
out of control.
They make it look so easy, and then when someone comes along who's like a little bit not quite there, but they're still very highly regarded in the world, it makes them look really poor.
Yeah.
So I think it's so interesting to watch.
I know. Do you know what's hard to watch is the rowing? Because it's like if you lag behind at the start, you have no chance of coming back in rowing.
Rowing is torturous. You guys do any ergo tests?
Yeah. Oh, we don't do ergo tests, but the row is one of the worst ones to be on, I reckon. You just don't get any good feeling out of it because you're using your back, and it's just...
Yeah, it's hard.
I would rather go for a nice run.
Would you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Get outside.
Hey, Tuesday big game on Saturday night. This is a very nice time to play the Swans, and you guys are in a very nice patch of form.
Yeah, it is a good time to play the Swans. I think, you know, they have proven that they've dominated the league for best part of 16 rounds, and you know, we've got them at a time where, you know, they're probably in a little bit of a slump and a little bit vulnerable. So we're going very nicely as well, and we're confident in playing in front of our home crowd. I'm sure the Port fans will be really loud. So we can't wait to have them here and hopefully put on a show.
What does your run home look like? I ask you because I haven't checked the fixture.
It's tough.
It's about 4Ks down. There's 4 rounds left. We've got the showdown in there, which will be a big game, and then we've got Melbourne at the MCG, and then we've got Freo away. So all very big games. Doable, very doable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jody was suggesting that when you play the D's, it could be the Dan Houston Cup. Ooh. How are you travelling with all this trade talk?
Yeah, I guess it's part of footy, and you know, it's what goes on in the media, and you know, as I said last week or the week ago, I'm contracted to Port. I love Port, and I wouldn't have signed if I didn't want to be here. So
don't blame us for all the trade chatter, mate. It's not.
It's coming from Melbourne too, by the way.
So I love my time, and you know, I'm fully committed to Port and want the best out of this year, and that's my sole focus at the moment.
It's nice though. It's nice to be talked about in that sense that it's nice to be wanted. It's like being on Tinder.
Yeah.
If no one's swiped right on Dan Houston, we've got a problem.
But also,
I'm not on Tinder though.
Yeah.
I know, because you're very loved up.
But if in terms of Tinder though, Husto's a glamour, right? He's an absolute glamour, and there's no team that wouldn't love to have him in their back line. So everyone's swiping. Is it left or right? Which one's a good one?
I think you swipe right. Well,
You swipe right?
Abby in the newsroom,
You
you're the
swipe right?
expert on Tinder. Swipe right.
I think you swipe right, yeah. Everyone's swiping right on you in terms of the AFL clubs there, Husto. So
It's nice to hear, and you know, I want to be at Port, so that's my goal, and that's why I'm here.
How much of it is because he's good at footy, or how much because he's got nice eyes?
no, it's
I don't
both.
know.
Can it
Who's
be
to
both?
say?
Why not? Hey, one more footy question.
Yeah.
Asava Rattigalea up forward.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. He provides a good contest. He played with heaps of confidence last week, and I'm sure he'll be up forward again this week. And it helps Charlie out having another big body that can sort of crash through packs and you know, that presence up forward probably Toddy Marshall and Mitch don't have as much bigger presence. It's good to have, two of them up forward, and then the other Toddy and Mitch can work off that as well.
Beauty.
I was just looking at your start time. You can't really get to the Thunderbirds afterwards, can you?
You can't do much with a 7 o'clock start. Like, it really ruins the social life.
Yeah, it starts at 6:30, so that's going to be rough, isn't it?
I've tipped you guys this week. I think
I reckon
nice.
that's a good tip.
Why does Dan care about that? Because you're no good at tipping.
No, do you know what? I tipped you guys against the Blues as well. And I was one of only a handful of tipsters. But unfortunately, earlier in the year, I tipped the Cats, and you guys bet the Cats the Cattery. So apologies for that.
Okay. Thanks for that real insight to your tipping history. That was fascinating.
You're very welcome.
That was awesome tip chat.
Thank you. Huso, appreciate the time. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks for having me in. Cheers.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
Yes. Two musical athletes who could not dislike each other more in this space.
Okay.
That's how competitive we are.
Normally good friends. Around about 8:14 on a Friday, not so much.
Fierce. Like, think Kyle Chalmers
V.
v. the
on.
gold medalist.
You couldn't remember his name.
Pan the man.
Pan Man. Okay.
Shotgun Kyle Chalmers. Well, at the moment, you're winning so easily
Oh, I'm not. I'm still
that
trailing.
it is raising suspicion.
Oh, really?
The last 4 weeks,
Is it really?
people are sort of wondering if you are doped up to your eyeballs
No.
via Battle of the Bangers.
No. What am I using? Performance-enhancing drugs on Spotify? What are you even
100%
talking
you are,
about?
But the masking agents that you're using are very, very high tech. Good for you.
So it's 13:11. This week's theme is Thunderbirds. Let's go, girls.
All right. Birds is the theme. I went MIA, paper planes. It's convoluted, but there is a connection. And Joe's went a great song with a much easier way to connect it. Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away. And we didn't know who was winning, but what we found out about 45 minutes ago is that someone was winning quite easily.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. So earlier it was 68 to 32. Someone was in the lead. Who knows who? The final result is 65-35. So there's been a slight comeback.
Okay.
But there can only be one winner.
Okay.
It's Jodie. She's on a hot streak.
Oh, hey!
You're on an absolute burner.
Oh, man.
Look at you guys.
Great song.
Is that
Great
6
song.
in a row?
Is it 6 in a row?
I think that might be 6 in a row.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my very God.
I am the Swans. Oh my gosh. I'm in the worst form of all time. But I do love this song. Your winning song for Battle of the
Turn it
Bangers. The bird theme, Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away.
Fizzy Fridays, Fizzy Fridays. Fizzy Fridays.
Joe's hands down best day of the week. It's
Yeah.
a chance for us to catch up with the great man, Ryan Fitzy Fitzgerald. Good morning to you, Fitzy.
Happy Friday, you mad dogs. Good to be here.
Happy Friday to you. Okay, this cannot go through to the keeper. You, my friend, are sporting a moustache.
Oh, yeah.
Don't clap it. Don't you dare clap it.
Oh, sorry.
Inspired by our greatest cricketer at the moment. There's no booze going on here. Travis Head has inspired me, and I'm also wearing an ensemble by a new clothing range called Bel Air, which is a vintage clothing range from my wife,
Yes.
whose name is Belinda, and my mother's name, which is Claire. So they've started Bel Air.
Yeah.
And this is a jumper that was bought from Savers down at Noarlunga.
Yes.
For $2 off a man who I think passed away a couple of weeks
Very
ago,
good,
but
very
I still smells like he has. He's died recently, and I'm wearing it today, so I'm showing it off. What are you saying, Jodes? That's
Stop
great.
clapping.
It is
Stop.
absolutely, can I say this? It is absolutely gorge.
Okay,
It is
well,
a gorge jumper.
Well, you would because
very much.
you're in love with Ryan, and that's fine. But what I will say to this is he's a very good-looking man who's doing his best to make himself hideously unattractive. And I'll tell you
What's
why.
going on?
Because
this is genuine repellent.
there has been a survey in the UK that says most women would never ever pash or be attracted to a man with a moustache. So
I know it's. You know what? I'm at that age now where this is probably the biggest. I need things in my life, Jody, that get me excited, and the growth on the top lip is one of them. Just let me go. That's where I'm at the moment.
All right,
I'm
well-
getting grumpy.
can I ask your wife, BJ, how does she feel about locking lips with that little hairy caterpillar?
And do you guys pash anymore? Like,
No
what's
one
the difference? Who pashes these days?
No one pashes anymore.
No.
Yeah, I must admit she's not a fan of it. That's for sure. I suppose that's gives me more incentive to grow it even more. But
Yeah.
she's not a fan. Because I'm hearing that Victoria's having a go at South Australia, so I need to get involved with this as well.
Once again.
Don't I?
Yeah.
Jealous knobs.
Yeah, so basically we were named one of the most beautiful city in the world. The Victorian Premier has come out and gone, oh, well, yeah, good, thanks. If you want to get a meal after 5 o'clock in Adelaide, good luck. Okay.
Oh, give me a break.
Really?
Just come on, just
Do some research, mate. No one wants to disturb him. We eat weak Vicks for breakfast. That was the banner that we took to a State of Origin game once, and I continue to stand by that. But this is just jealousy, isn't it? Because let's be honest, they didn't have a good pandemic. I mean, I don't think anyone had a good pandemic, and
No.
there's been a lot of their citizens that have left the place, so they just need to take their frustrations on other states. Do you know what? Let them whinge. If there was an Olympic sport for whinging, Victoria,
Gold.
world record holders.
Speaking of world records, Fitzy, I know that you're good mates with Kyle Chalmers, so congratulations to Kyle, another silver medal in the 100-metre free. In terms of the Chinese swimmers, a few people have mentioned that I just don't know what would happen if you ran a fine-tooth comb through their blood. What sort of traces of what you'd find? Do you know what I mean, Fitzy?
It's a bit of a sour taste, isn't it? And you can't accuse anyone of anything, but they haven't had the best track record, have they? But I suppose they're getting tested now. So, but the guy that won the 100-metre freestyle won so convincingly.
Yes.
Do you know that he nearly missed out on making the semis? So in his heat, I think he pulled up right at the end of the race, and he got in by 0.01 of a second.
Oh, my God.
He nearly didn't make the semis. He got through, and he's ended up winning the final
By a lot.
so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and it's disappointing. And Kyle, I mean, if that guy wasn't there, obviously Kyle would have won the race. And well done to Kyle. I mean, it would have just been he says he's not retiring. He's going to keep going. Good on him. But it just would have been an amazing, if he could have taken that gold home, and I know how hard he has worked.
Yeah.
Just wonder if I was on the same sort of dietary program as that swimmer, could I have, I don't know, maybe taken the next step and finally played that AFL
actually
game?
do some good radio. You might actually do some good radio.
Yeah.
All the Red Bull in the world's not working.
You could take all the steroids in the world, mate. You still couldn't swim 50 metres. There is no
a heart attack.
You are from inland Beckham, New South Wales. You didn't even have any pools
You've
in
been-
that town.
You've been keeping your head above water just for the last 2 years on this show.
I tell you what.
So
Yeah, very good at doggy paddling, Fitzy. Very good at doggy paddling.
Can side stroke.
side stroke.
Fitzy, appreciate your time. We'll do it again next week.
Good on you guys. Thanks for having me.
It's time for Jodes to enter the confession booth because this is a really safe space here at Nova. We share all our positives and negatives and car scrapings. Jodes, share with us what happened this morning.
I told you that I don't want to share it.
What is your
In fact,
sin, sister?
I will probably share it with my husband in private before I share it with you and the rest of the team and the rest of Adelaide. Thank you in advance for your understanding, Andrew.
Well, this is what it sounded like, I assume. Oh, Joe's making a little exit this morning on the way to work.
Oh my God, it actually did sound like that. Were you there? Did you record it? Oh.
That feeling as well when could you feel the car moving?
Yeah.
Or did you hear it? Or was it a combination of both?
Both. But also, because it was dark and I was in a laneway, I didn't want to stop and get out and have a look there. So I had a good 7-minute drive into work where I'm like, I don't think there's any damage. I don't think there's any damage. And then I got out and had a look and went, oh my God, it's worse.
It's worse than I thought. Oh, it is the worst. When you crash your car, it's just that moment where you're like, this is real. I remember when I was about 10 years old on the farm, obviously, you drive cars much earlier. We were driving utes around, probably from the age of about 6 or 7. And I smashed up the ute so badly on one side that it was almost a write-off.
Why?
And I
How?
remember I just turned bad and then I went directly into a post and just went almost bloody split it in half. And I remember taking it home and going, Mum, I've hurt the ute. And Mum went out, but I'd parked it beautifully.
Yeah.
Like with the good side.
Yeah.
And then Mum was like, what's wrong with it? And I was like, look at the other side. She was like, oh my God. And then I almost ran away. I thought about running away. I don't know what I was going to do. Probably join this circus or something. And I cried.
Certainly couldn't use the car to run away.
No, absolutely. I had to do it on foot. 6 hours I was hiding from Dad, crying the whole time.
Oh, no.
And by the time he got home, Mum had told him, look, he's distraught. So Dad was actually really good about it.
Well, he was fine.
It was nice.
Oh, poor little Hazy.
Yeah. Never had never had much confidence behind the wheel since. Zoe, you've had a few incidents. You're a horrible driver.
Okay, I am not a horrible. I'm actually an excellent driver. Other people are the problem.
Yeah.
Although my lovely mother Bindi bought a brand new house a few years ago, and she'd installed like a bike holder in her garage.
Oh yeah.
So the little hook
yeah.
that you kind of screw into the wall and put your bike on. She went on holiday, and so I drove her car and parked it in the garage for a few weeks. And one day I reversed in, and I hit the bike and took. Yeah, exactly.
Stop playing that.
It's awful. I took the bike and the hook completely off the wall, and there was a huge hole in the wall. So no damage on the car, but massive hole in the wall.
That's the worst.
Is that Bindy's fault? For
I think
putting
it
the
is.
bike rack there?
100% it is.
She didn't agree though, which was strange.
Yeah.
When I said it was her
Crazy.
fault.
That's very unusual.
I can't believe that. What time was it this morning?
Probably just before 5 o'clock.
Just before 5 o'clock. And Greg, your beautiful husband, he might be listening right now. This might be the first time he's finding out. He still doesn't know.
No.
I can't believe that when you did it in real time, he didn't wake up to it, because here's the live audio. And Jody's like, I hope the car's not damaged.